Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Vance Williams. I'm currently on remote out of Dallas, Texas, visiting my family down here. And good morning. Welcome to my morning Forex show. Um, I just want to comment very quickly that I'm using a lot of different equipment here, not full operation that I have up in Seattle. So, I hope for the best. I hope you hear the audio. I hope you see the correct screen. We'll find out. This is my first show on remote here out here. So this morning I'm going to discuss market conditions, which include the fundamentals. I'm going to talk about a little bit about big bank trades, anything I see there that's of interest, and I'm going to talk about the current price movement, which I haven't really looked at yet this morning as far as the price movement. What you want to tell you guys very quickly. Let's see if you can see this. No, I'm going to have to change the page that we're seeing. Let's see, share. Let me just change the page that I'm sharing. Show you guys. So I'm just not seeing it. Well, let me just tell you then. Let me go back and share the chart and then just tell you. If you go to forexartofwar.com, actually, when you're watching the show, on the left, there's a pop-up that says join the conversation. You could actually restart the video and try it again. You'll see right there on the left, just above the play button going across, it says join the conversation or be part of the conversation. And you'll see how to follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I'm doing the shows. I always send a tweet out, 2 to 5 minutes before I do the show, and also let you know what the topic's going to be. And also, if you're coming from Google or YouTube and you're looking for my book, 8 Things, you'll see a link there to my website, forexartofwar.com, and you can get those books on the top right of my page. So, okay. So you got that out of the way. Okay, see, on the banks, let's see, I had a note here I wrote down about what I want to say about the banks. There's not a lot. I did notice, I don't want to use the names of the banks. I don't want to get their attention, but I saw that one of the banks, who's one of the top 3 earners, stopped out of quite a few trades over the weekend, and then they also entered long again, short again if price gets up to 59.75 on the pound. So that's up a little ways. A number of banks actually stopped out at their profit target, so they must have moved their targets up higher, some longer-term positions. So that tells me that they're probably not as confident as they were about this going to 122 now. So we'll keep our eye on that. Okay, let me see what else I got here. I want to say a couple things. First of all, I can't verify the big bank trade information that I'm giving you, so keep that in mind. I'm relying on a source that I can't verify, so take it as education. And on that note, keep in mind that everything I do on this show is for your educational purposes. It's not for investment decisions. And I know you can get pretty confident if you follow and you hear what I say, but still, you need the full skills. You need to be able to read probabilities. You need your own setup. You need to define it. You need to train yourself to execute high-risk decisions, which we don't have training to do in ordinary life. So keep that in mind. Yes, you can Forex trade, but learn how to do it right. That's just like anything else in life. You got to learn the real skill. On fundamentals, let's see. Basically, the story's unchanged. We had a little bit less than expected jobs on Friday when non-farm payroll came out. But not enough to really change anything. And the real story, I think, is that this is the day after, the first big trading day after non-farm employment, and also it's the day before a U.S. holiday. So we're after non-farm and before Veterans Day here in the U.S., which is a federal holiday. So we have the makings of a slow starting week. Now on Wednesday, things could pick up. We have Carney speaking out of the UK on central bank policy, and that could impact our story a little bit. When I'm talking about our story, in case you're new to my show, I'm talking about that fundamental sentiment story that's driving the big banks to trade medium term or long term. It's giving us a vision, a changeable vision that's out about 6 to 18 months. And then that vision right now is stronger U.S. economy, weaker Eurozone. So we'll be I guess there's potentially some GDP data out of the Eurozone that might impact our story a little bit on the euro dollar pair. All right, so let's go to the euro first and take a look at price. First thing I see is we've had the money is tilted to the top side after the non-farm, so it was stalled, right? And then it bounced around and basically closed after 30 minutes in the same place it started. But then overall, either the sellers decided to abandon some of their positions to the downside, or a combination of the buyers decided to go to the upside. Now, one of the big banks, one of the most successful banks, actually did take a buy on Saturday with a 24-hour delay on the Australian dollar, which so far they're in positive pips. But back to the euro. Okay, so the first thing I look at is since this turned over, how much has it moved? It's moved about 92 pips to the top side. It struggled, obviously medium-term trend is down, so as it was moving up, this area in particular was really strong. Not sure if I have all my tools on this computer, but I'll use a yellow line. Right in this area, especially the first time it comes into it. See all this? This just invites a certain type of trader to put in sell orders right in this area and get a bump down here. And so it came in, it picked a little bit more orders, but when you see this weakness, you say, you know what, we're probably going through here. And then the next level is, let's see, can I get that line and just move it? Next level is, I don't know if I can get it or not. Let me see. Nope, I can't. I'll just draw you another line. Next level is about right in here. So it got a little bit of room to breathe. It did make one move up there. Let's zoom in on that area and see if it set up anything. First of all, let's look at when that happened. That move jumped out. It looks like maybe on some high impact data, or maybe some minimal, some data that's not marked high impact, but some kind of event seemed to happen right there, kicked off at around 5:30 a.m. on the euro. I'd have to look, but I think there was something scheduled. Let's drop down to the 5-minute, just purely in a technical sense, and look what happened there. We had a move here that pulled back, and then we had one right here. It looks like it just missed. Let me throw out, oh, you know what? I haven't set the Fibonacci tool up in this computer, but I still be able to use it. Oh, look at this. Okay, it moved just shy, so we go ahead and move this up. So it moved about 23 pips, bounced off of 61.8, and then totally reverses. Now, I wasn't here at that time. I don't know what I would advise on the market conditions, but technically that could have been a trade there. It would have been a losing trade, but it could have been a trade. Okay, so what are we looking for right now? The first thing I would look for right now is a move above this level. And I did set up my arrow labels. So 125. Okay, so here we are. We're at that 12500. And last time we had, buyers and sellers all through this area, about 50-50 interest. And so that's where we're at. And that's probably why this reversed 100% of the starting point. That's probably exactly why it did it. So remember that the long-term or medium-term sentiment, 6 to 18 months out, is sell the euro. And so they're going to all be looking for places that are optimal sells to minimize their risk. And so that's what these euro buyers see. It was buy, but they ran into that 12500 area, which everybody can see is a optimal point. So right now you need to move above 125.06. You have the market moving. The sellers aren't going to be as excited right now because it's a continual stair-step bullish trend here to the top side with no economic developments and a very questionable market conditions with it being the day after non-farm and the day before a federal holiday in the U.S. So probably best to be on the conservative side today, but look for a move above 25.06. Those of you who are members on level 4, trade your plans. Okay, let's move over to the pound. Pound is pretty straightforward. Looks like to me. We got a move up in the new turnover of about 57 pips. Very easy to see where that buying and selling interest is 50-50. It's right there at 59.14. Now, 16,000 is the big number for the pound. Let me see. That's got a red line. I don't really care for that. Boy, I don't care for that red at all. So it's about right in there somewhere. So there's room. So I think the most attractive potential this morning is around 159.14. A move above that, followed by a pullback, could be a very good trade right in that area. Kiwi, 30 minute. Is that the 30 minute? No, it's 1 hour. Kiwi, a couple of the banks are really liking the Kiwi right now, or no, the Australian dollar, but the Kiwi too. But a move above 78.15, and on the Australian dollar, let's get that to 30. That's real easy to see on that key level too. Now, key level is where I think the buying and selling interests are going to be equal, and so that's why they need to get through that area. Now, obviously, in terms of the entire flow of the money, it's to the top side, but in real time, the buying and selling interest is equal at 86.78. So there's some reason the sellers want to sell here, but if the buyers get through there, you can look for a trade. Okay, let me see if I've got anything else. Again, go to forexartofwar.com. On the top right, you can get 2 free books. It'll tell you why most Forex traders fail. Very insightful. Regardless of what you learned, you need to read that. It's a book called 8 Things. It's on the top right of my webpage. To our members, I'll see you guys coming up in about an hour. I'm a little bit confused because about a different time zone, but I think it's about an hour when the stock exchange opens. We'll get together for our live trading room. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you learned just one thing today that's going to help you with your trading. Thank you.